EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 8 yards there on a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Kill, 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 kill.
On 1st down, Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson, that's complete to DK Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. Now Wilson on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
19. One left. Kill. Whip. Go. Right here, guys. Alert. 6 man.
They go play action with Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks, and here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
He's coming, double up. He's coming, double up. Watch twist.
Now Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Tighten up. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They run with Taylor, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Watch the twist. Shit. Alert 3. Watch the edge.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Watch the shit.
At the 16-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Murray nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. picked off by J.C. Jackson.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. On 2nd down, here's Murray, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A huge play there for Arizona. 46 yards. First down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. As his guys are in for 6, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously, the players and coaches. There's just within the palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now this time, Murray to throw it. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now this time he'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Oh, now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
23 yards the pickup there.
Let's go.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Set, ready. 70, 54. Mike, 54. I got you.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
That's it, baby. That's it.
Brings up
Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from game. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. To try again after the sack. Murray, he'll get this to Eckler. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. From the gun on third down, Murray.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on fourth down. Out to his left. Able to find Isabella. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Let's go.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for third down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The give to Taylor. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. That's complete to Smith. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Ito Smith. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Mike, 51. Mike. Gun. Not today, you are. Not today.
On 1st down, Taylor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Dante Fowler in on the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Open man is Galladay, complete. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Taylor, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 2nd down.
Mike 51. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Taylor. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 39.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And an alley to run. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
I'm coming for you. Check safety.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll try to run this one in. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on fourth and goal. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Myers able to knock it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack? Or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
It's caught. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Murray now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray. Flush to his right. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Murray now on first down. Caught by Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 1. At the Seahawks 30.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And it's complete. Hooper. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Step it up. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Coming.
First down, Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. And here we go. Max Fox.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 88 yards. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
You look to throw. Is complete to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. Back to throw. Steps away. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's good for 28 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
If there was a time to break off a nice run like that, it was right here to grab the lead in the fourth.
And it's just so much stress on a defense in that situation because you're looking at the clock. What are we guarding against? What's the first thing, right? The strike to the end zone, throwing the ball. Instead, they come back and hit him with a run. Block it well, and how about the physical run he made? Terrific job finding his way to the end zone to give him the lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Taylor. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Wilson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Alert 3. Watch the eye.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Throwing now is Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
That's right. Get off the train tracks, baby. Get off the train tracks.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Arizona, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.